Hello guys, welcome to another video What It Takes to Be a Monarch, DaL X Fate, by PixyTokisaki14. Chapter 15. Season 3 POV, Artoria Pendragon. Alright, now that Season 2 is finished and we're now at Season 3. I need to get ready to take on Natsumi in inverse origami. Natsumi won't be much trouble, but origami will be. I may need to use Artoria Lancer Alter if push comes to shove. But anyway, today was a normal day. Mordred is at school and me and Morgan were currently shopping for some snacks, because somebody ate all the snacks again. I really need to put a lock on the fridge or something to keep Mordred out. POV. Mordred Pendragon. I'm at class currently when I felt a sudden chill down my spine. Hey Mordred. Are you alright? Asked Toka, who was sitting behind me. Why yeah. I just felt like someone mentioned my name or something, I replied while scratching the back of my head. Oh, alright. Do you want to go visit the new bakery that just opened near the school yesterday? She asked me, to which I nodded and replied. Of course. I think father is getting angry at me again. POV. Artoria Pendragon. My. Is my little sister angry because Mordred ate all our snacks? Morgan teased me while picking out some snacks. Was it that obvious? I retorted, my face relaxing from the pout I had earlier. I mean, Artoria, it's written all over your face, she replied while pointing at my surprised expression. Still getting used to my new name? I asked her, to which she nodded. It's been 6 weeks or so now, and I still can't used to you being a girl, she added while looking down on my chest. Come on sis. You'll get used to it as much as I did when I arrived in this body, I replied, reassuring her, to which she responded with a soft smile. After that little conversation, me and Morgan finally finished buying more snacks. We then headed to take counter and the cashier was surprised as hell to the amount of snacks we were buying. Ma'am, are you sure you need this many? The employee asked me, to which I nodded. Yes I am, I replied. Internally I want to strangle Mordred for eating it all the second time. With this much food, this will guarantee that Mordred won't eat it all. Well, it's either that or putting a lock on the fridge. After we left, I carried most of the bags. Artoria's strength really helping me out here. While we were walking home, Morgan strikes up a conversation. Do you plan on adding more people to this world other than me? She says with a giggle. Why do you make it look like I'm the one sending people I know here? I replied comically with my mouth opened. Oh come on, you know I'm teasing. Also we have to get home or we're going to be late on your training with Mordred, she said, brushing it off with her hands behind her head. I just sighed and said, fine. The sun was already starting to set with an orange haze as me and Morgan went inside our apartment and stuffed the fridge with more snacks. After a while, Mordred also came home from school whilst eating kinako bread. Mother, father. I'm home, she said while eating the bread in her hand. Did anything interesting happen in school today? I asked her while giving her the stink eye. Sorry I ate all the snacks, she said while continuing to munch on the kinako bread she was holding. I narrowed my eyes and then softened my expression after seeing my hand was covered in a black armored gauntlet with jagged edges. I sighed and the gauntlet disappeared as Mordred breathed a sigh of relief. Nothing much happened in school today, father. Although teacher did mention something about parents going to school next week, she said while removing her school uniform. Oh, why do they need us at school? I asked her with my right brow raised. Well, she said it's something about watching us and observing how we behave in class, she replied as she sat down on the couch and turned on the TV. Bring your parent to school day. Wait. This was never in the anime. I wonder what caused this event. Okay Mordred, I'll come with you next week. Just act like I'm not there, okay? I said after composing myself. Sure father, thanks, she said while facing towards the screen. POV. Ellen Mathers. I had just saw less than Monarch greater than less than Knight greater than and that unknown girl walk inside that building. This must be where they're living. I then pressed the button on my earpiece to contact Mr. Isaac. Yes Ellen? Do you have anything to report? Mr. Isaac questioned from the other side of the line. Yes Mr. Isaac. I have managed to find out where less than Monarch greater than and the other two people are living in, I reported while looking at the building they were in with an emotionless expression. Good work. Keep monitoring them and we'll send a squad to test something for a later date, he said to me as I nodded. Anything else you wanted to report? He asked me again, and I replied with, "Nothing more, Mr. Isaac, that is all." "Okay, that's is all. Thank you for your report." He thanked me as he ended the call and I went back to spying on them. POV. Kotoriatsuka Shido talked to Natsumi earlier. It was going well until the Ast attack. She said something about seeing her secret and then flying off saying she'll make Shido disappear. If that is the case, then we need to be on alert. I do wonder, Artoria did say something about helping us when we needed it. This is the exact situation that we need her help. According to the file, Natsumi or less than which greater than can shapeshift into anything or anyone. She could be here hiding as a pen or something or disguised as someone, we'll never know. POV. Artoria Pendragon another day has arrived. Like always, I found my sister was cooking breakfast while Mordred was getting ready for school. I then got up and went into the bathroom to get ready. I then walked back towards the kitchen and we ate breakfast. After breakfast it was time for Mordred to go to school. She didn't need any guidance anymore since she can do it herself now. POV. Mordred Pendragon. Welp, today is going to be boring like usual. I just walked towards the gate and into the school premises. Everyone greeted me as I walled to my classroom and sat down. While I was minding my own business, Shido came up looking suspicious. Why? Well, for one, he has that arrogant smirk on his face that I really want to punch. The second is because both Origami and Toka aren't here, so that was even more suspicious. "What is it, Shido? I'm kind of busy right now," I said while turning my body towards him. "Well, I just wanted to say that you have a pretty face, girl," he says, winking at me. My eyes narrowed and felt anger build up inside me. "What did you just call me?" I say, coldly, materializing Clarent underneath my desk to slice this fool in half. Shido noticed and immediately bolted for it. "Come back here," I yelled, chasing after him after dematerializing Clarent. I think I lost him because I didn't see him as he ran down the hallway. When I reached the end, I bumped into Toka and Origami, who were confronting Shido. I then held Shido by his collar and he seemed surprised to my actions and asked, Mordred, what's wrong?" he said with fear in the tone of his voice. "You asterisk 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 you called my by that of all things," I said with anger. Shido was visibly shaking as a hand went to hold my shoulder. "Mordred, I don't think that was Shido," Toka said as I gave her a puzzled look. "I do not think Shido would do all those things by himself. I think someone is impersonating him," Toka said as I breathed a sigh to calm myself down. I then let Shido down and let go of the collar on his uniform. "Mordred, where did this Shido went?" Origami asked as she held her hand under her chin, thinking. "He looked like he was going to the rooftop," I replied while turning my body to face Origami. "Then what are we waiting for?" Shido said as he sprinted to the stairs that leads to the rooftop. "Come on, Mordred, we gotta follow him," said Toka as I sprinted after the two. When we arrived at the rooftop, I saw Shido confronting a woman with green hair and wore what looked like witch's clothes. She was also riding a broom and floated a few meters from the rooftop. "Why don't we play a little game, Shido Itsuka?" she says while holding a confident smirk. "Game?" he repeated, puzzled. "A simple game of hide and seek. If you win, I'll let you seal me. But if you lose, everyone you love will disappear and I will leave you lonely before disappearing too. The rules are simple. I will disguise myself as one of your loved ones. Your job is just to guess who was I impersonating. You have 3 days till everyone you love disappears," she says with that smug grin. "What happens if I don't accept?" he asked with a determined look to his face. "Then say goodbye to everyone you love. This is punishment for gazing at my secret," she answered. After a while of silence she disappeared. Me and Toka approached him as he had a troubled expression. "So, we need to find her before everyone you love disappears. Judging by the fact that she could be anyone and anything. This is not going to be easy," Origami said while looking at the three of us. "I need to tell this to my father," I said while patting Shido's back. "Don't worry, Shido. I'm sure father can think of something to help you," I reassured him as he thanked me for my help. After that, school was uneventful. When the sun was already setting, I walked back home where father and mother was waiting. "Welcome back, Mordred. Did anything happen in school?" she said while standing up from the couch. "Father, I have something to report," I say as I told her about that witch that dragged Shido into a game of life and death. POV, Artoria Pendragon. Okay. We are in Season 3. Mordred's description of the witch she saw perfectly matches Natsumi. If I'm correct and if I remember Season 3 like the back of my hand. Natsumi disguised herself as Yoshinon during this game of hide and seek. Okay Mordred. I want you to go tell Shido I want to talk to him and Katori as well. I said while putting the palm of my hand in thinking action. Alright father, I'll go tell them when I go to school tomorrow. Mordred agreed as she sat down on couch and took a breather. So we are starting Season 3 off from that contact with Natsumi. Natsumi is a spirit that can disguise herself as anything. This couldn't be easy if I didn't know what she is going to be. I need to tell Shido this before it's too late, but if I do that, will I make some sort of paradox where Natsumi was actually a different person or thing than she used in the show? We already interfered with the plot after Tenka, so it is possible that a paradox can happen where Natsumi is a different person or object than she was originally from the anime. I'm a little conflicted between telling Shido and Katori that Natsumi will become Yoshinon during his encounter with Yoshino in their dates, or not telling them and see how the season progresses. I then stood there motionless until I came into a decision. I'll tell them Natsumi is going to disguise herself